Now we have a term that is floating around called securitization. That is a making of a big scandal in Kenya. Because we are borrowing money at the fuel levy, the money that would have been collected for the next 7 years, we have already borrowed from the banks. That has not even come to the National Assembly for any deliberation. Na hiyo pesa imekopwa, hiyo pesa imelipwa, haijapitia bunge, na ni pesa ambayo wananchi watalipa for the next many years.
Ladies and gentlemen, do you guys trust Ndindi Nyoro? That is the MP of Kiharu. Why I'm asking this question? Ndindi Nyoro, there is no way you can think of Mount Kenya and then just ignore that Ndindi Nyoro existed. There's no way you can sit down and wake up in the morning and say that Kiharu did not have someone like Ndindi Nyoro. There's no way you can discuss the budget of Kenya and say that we don't have an opinion of Ndindi Nyoro. This is a man who is a serious politician that everyone must remember in every statement as far as the Kenyan politics is concerned.
The people in government decided to cut the budget that they had brought in the budget policy statement. Pesa ambayo ilikuwa ya coffee cherry fund, which was 3 billion. Nikaona wakileta bajeti yenyewe wamekata bilioni 1. Na nikiangalia kule bilioni 1 itaenda, sio mambo inahusikana na wananchi. And because the cycle is still ongoing in parliament, we will make sure that we return that money to where it should be. Ikuje ishikilia wakulima wetu. Coffee cherry fund. Coffee cherry fund inafanyanga wakulima wapate pahali ya kukopa pesa na bei ya chini, so that we don't overburden them with expensive debts. The second thing, we have been making sure that every financial year we allocate money to assist farmers in the repayment of the previous loans, in the previous debts. Lakini nimeona katika hii bajeti imeletwa pia hiyo pesa imetolewa, which is not a very good indication. But the last thing that is very surprising also is that the monies that was allocated for fertilizer subsidy in the budget policy statement, 7 billion Kenya shillings of that has been hived off.
His potential was not only seen by the opposition people or the people of Mount Kenya, but even with leaders like Silvana Sosoro, even with the leaders like William Ruto, even with leaders like those ones in government right now from the Rift Valley. That is a potential that they saw long time ago. Even with the leaders, actually people like even Farouk Kibet. So Ndindi Nyoro is not just a person who is of interest to me as Mukua, but also even other Kenyans across board. Ndindi Nyoro is a smart man. And I realized that when I did a video suggesting that he could be a better deputy president for Matiang'i in case Rigathi Gachagua decided to support Matiang'i. And the responses on the comment section were very clear that Ndindi Nyoro is a better choice for Dr. Okengo Fred Matiang'i. So therefore, I cannot just sit down and assume that Ndindi Nyoro does not exist. Therefore, on this video here today, I decided to ask whether you trust Ndindi Nyoro. But on my side, I want to give my opinion about Ndindi Nyoro's. Either we trust him or not. But before I do so, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mukua Times, kindly take a second or two to subscribe, like and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. For those who are watching this for the first time, I want to thank you so much and welcome home. Also, for those who want my number to interact with me and support the channel, it's always here. Don't hesitate, just anytime. Let me dive in, but before I do so, let me give you 2 seconds to subscribe. I want to categorically state it here that it is ideal to trust Ndindi Nyoro at this point. It's ideal to trust him, not just for the 2027 general election, for the prosperity of this country. Good leaders, performing leaders need appreciation. They need to be recognized. Why? Number one, Ndindi Nyoro, when William Ruto ordered all the parliamentarians allied to UDA side or Kenya Kwanza government to vote yes for the finance bill 2024, Ndindi Nyoro defied the orders. He went silent. He disappeared from parliament. And when others were voting, Ndindi Nyoro abstained. I hope I'm not wrong about that. When other politicians were outrightly speaking against the finance bill 2024, Ndindi Nyoro was seated somewhere, listening the Kenyans speaking against the Finance Bill 2024. And whenever he came to speak, he did not ignore the voices of Kenyans. When Nyoro actually got into the podium, indeed, he recognized that Kenyans are having issues with the Finance Bill 2024. When we had the Finance Bill 2023, Nyoro also played a significant role on that. When we come to the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua, Nyoro plus many other politicians from the mountain region and those from Kenya Kwanza were instructed to vote against Rigathi Gachagua in support of the impeachment. Nyoro did not participate in that. Indeed, he went silent and disappeared from parliament when he was supposed to vote. He held himself. He did not just speak. He held himself. And the fact remains that Nyoro did not vote in support of the impeachment. Some people say it remained at the fence. Now, Nyoro, he also avoided Ruto's tour to Mount Kenya. He was not part of the convoy. He did not accompany William Ruto the way he used to accompany him before. He did not do that. Instead, Nyoro stayed at Kiharu to do his things, launch projects, while William Ruto was launching his. Even his tour in Murang'a, where we had the current governor of Murang'a present, Nyoro did not attend. Nyoro, actually, when he was launching some of his projects like the office of the provincial administration, let me say even the county administration officers, the people from this county administration were instructed to abscond that kind of a function, and Nyoro launched the office for the owners who were present, who were absent, He went there with Kenyans, he launched his office, the offices that he had constructed with CDF money, but the county commissioner, the sub-county commissioner, all of them, the hierarchy of leadership in that county did not attend, despite the invitation. Now, Nyoro also, he was removed from the budget committee as the chairperson, the budget appropriation committee. As a result, he did not even complain as such, but he went ahead to speak, despite that he was very careful on what he was saying. Nyoro has been constantly questioning the policies that Mbadi has been introducing in support, or maybe as Mbadi has been introducing on the issue to do with taxation, issue to do with borrowing and running the economy generally. Something that William Ruto does not like, and Mbadi literally came out to even oppose and attack Nyoro right from parliament. Ladies and gentlemen, observing on all these things that are happening, it is ideal to trust Nyoro. He needs to be trusted so that at least he can comfortably join Rigathi Gachagua's team, or maybe comfortably chart his own political path peacefully. Why am I saying this? I am saying this because as we speak today is taken to be William Ruto's mall. I've seen some comments, not so many, but just a few. People saying that it's William Ruto's mall. The reasons why I'm strongly in support of Nyoro, it's because Nyoro, whenever he speaks, he knows the history of this country, and that based on his performance on the ground, he wants the best for this country. If there's a bank is alleged to have supported William Ruto to buy, the fact remains that he did it as a friend, of which he was his friend by that time. But now, if he has been ignored and has been kicked out of the Parliamentary Appropriation Committee as a chairperson, then Nyoro cannot be blamed for that. Everyone was a friend of the other before. Some were friends with Uhuru Kenyatta, right now they are enemies. Some were the friends who were friends with Raila Amolo Odinga, right now they are enemies. It doesn't matter of your history as such, but so long as you're a person who believes in the right thing, it's ideal that we recognize that and give the support that is necessary. So therefore, I want to ask the people who feel strongly that Nyoro is a mole of President William Ruto to literally turn around and respect and support Nyoro. From the basis that Nyoro can be one-time instrumental to change this country when it comes to the streamlining it and making it perform. A leader who literally works the way he has worked at Kiharu needs to be given a chance to even run any position in this country. Take charge and be part of the journey of transforming this country. Visionary leaders, smart leaders, clever people need to be given a chance, more especially those who are youthful, to change this country. I don't know what's your take. Let me see in the comment section what you think.